welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Grace. Make sure you definitely subscribe down below. So for today's video, I'm super excited to be filming this for you guys. You guys always ask me about my makeup, and I did a tutorial a few months ago, I think in like March maybe. You guys have still been asking for it, and my makeup has changed a little bit since it is the summertime, so I thought I would show you guys what I've been doing. I only do my makeup about once a week just because it is summer. I'm by the pool, I'm outside, I'm not really like going places, also because of quarantine. So when I do get ready, it's normally on like Fridays or Saturdays, and I get full on ready. I film some videos, I do whatever I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna show you guys my makeup look in this video. Also, I'm sure you guys have been looking at my necklaces because I'm obsessed with them, but these are from Rain and Bow. I will put their Instagram up on the screen, but if you guys want to check them out, I'll put a discount code up on the screen as well, and I'll link these down below. But yeah, I'm super excited for this video, so let's get on into the makeup. So I've already moisturized my skin and put on sunscreen, so I definitely recommend doing those. Those are two very important steps to having a nice base. But I'm gonna put my hair in a low ponytail, just that way it's out of my face. So like I said, you can make this makeup look however you want to, like modify it, or if you want to add things into it, totally feel free to. This is just what I do, and you guys always are asking me that, so I wanted to film this video for you guys updated. So I'm gonna start out by priming my skin. Like I said, I already moisturized and used sunscreen. This has been one of my favorite primers recently. I'm pretty sure they sell this at Ulta. I will list down below all the products that I'm using as well. So once you have your base set, then you can go in with a foundation. The ones that I have been loving recently are the It Cosmetics CC creams. I also really love these because they have SPF 50 built in, which is so important, like I said, especially for your face. And I just really love this one. It's full coverage. It's pretty awesome. So what I do is I go in with two colors because right now, since it's summertime, I'm obviously getting a little bit tanner. As you can see, my face is paler than my body because I don't really tan my face. I go in with the color medium and the color tan, and I just kind of mix them in on my beauty blender. I get it to the color that I need. That way I can make it lighter if I need to, or if I'm getting a little bit darker, I can add a little bit more of the darker shade. I've been obsessed with this foundation for literally months now. It just is so pretty on the skin, and I find my skin doesn't get like very oily with this one. I've had this tube since I want to say like July or August. I think like August is when I got it, and I thought I was gonna run out like in December, and it's literally June and I still have some left. So I bought another one because I was going on a cruise and I was like, I can't run out on my cruise. So now I have a brand new shade of this one. I keep turning my fan on and off because I don't want it to bug you guys when I'm talking. Okay, so once you have your base kind of blended out, my skin is more on the dry side. What I've been liking to do recently is to go in with this concealer, and if I have any spots that the foundation kind of just like isn't sticking to, go in with this concealer. It's from Pretty Vulgar, and it's so creamy and it's a little bit tanner, so it works perfectly on those spots that just aren't, the foundation isn't sticking to as much because I'm a little dry there. So once we have that blended in, then I'm going to go in with my like lighter concealer. Now if I do have any spots that are really bugging me that I want to cover up, I'll use the Bye Bye Under Eye It Cosmetics to just kind of spot treat those, but nothing is like really bugging me that badly that I feel the need to cover it. So I'm going in with this CoverGirl Clean Invisible Concealer in Light to do all my highlighting and under eyes. I'm not a fan of this concealer. I said that in my last makeup video, but like I said, I've barely been doing my makeup. I want to use this up before I'm buying another one. It's not terrible, but it's not my favorite either. If you have any recommendations, comment them down below. I like a really light under eye concealer, but creamy. Whoops, my fan is on. Sorry. Once I have my concealer all blended out, I like to go in with this CoverGirl loose professional powder, and I'm in the shade 115, but I really like this translucent powder. It's inexpensive and I feel like it does the job well. And then I just use a different little like beauty blender that I keep dry, and I like to hit my under eyes like right away. I blend out my under eyes last and I bake them first because they crease so fast. It's crazy. So kind of like that. So kind of like the whole inside instead of just like your T-zone. I've been doing that recently. Changed the game for me. And I'm just gonna let that sit, but while that sits, I'm gonna go in with my pressed powder. So this is my all-time holy grail favorite powder. What I love is this powder can be super buildable. So if you want something that's more full coverage, you can like use the little sponge in here and put that on, or use like a flat top kabuki brush and it'll be super full coverage. Or if you just want to use like a loose like powder brush and brush it on, it'll set your face super nicely. So this is literally my favorite powder ever. I'm in the shade 120, and I just go in with this like kind of kabuki brush and I'll just pat around the outskirts of my face. And then while that is baking, I'm gonna go in with this on my eyelids and set my eyelids from any like concealer or powder, or foundation that like got on there for when we do eyeshadow in a little bit. And what I'm also going to do right now, sometimes I do this before, sometimes I do this while I'm baking, is I pop on my falsies. So if you guys don't know, I used to have eyelash extensions, but obviously I don't right now during quarantine and like everything like that. I don't really like need them. So I'm gonna pop on these falsies. They're from Ardell, and this is the ones I got, and these last you a few uses, which is super nice. I'll show you guys kind of my trick. I take my eyelash glue and I'm gonna line my eyelid like eyeliner. Works so much better than putting the glue onto the lashes, I'm telling you. Also, you guys, real quick, I think I mentioned this in another video, but I've been using the Babe Lash eye serums for the morning and night. They sent them to me and they have worked so well. You probably can't see because there's so much like powder in my eyes, but I don't have any mascara on because I don't really wear mascara. I just don't like to. If I'm wearing makeup, I'm wearing makeup. If I'm not, I'm not, if you feel me. There she is. We have one on. I look crazy like this. So I popped on the lashes. I think this is gonna be the last little run for these ones. They're kind of getting, but I'm gonna wipe off the bake now. And what I like to do now is go back in with my brush, and I'm just gonna go around and make sure everything's like blended together nicely. And always make sure you're blending down your neck because you don't want to have that makeup line. I'm gonna go in and start contouring and bronzing. So if you're not into contouring and you just want to bronze, feel free to do that. The palette I've been really liking to use is the Tarte. This is their clay palette, and I love this palette for my eyes and my face because it all just looks so pretty together. I actually got this in a boxy charm box, which is insane. I'm gonna use this color right here to kind of sculpt everything out, and then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna use on my eyes. And then for bronzing, I use the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and then for contour, I use this little fan brush. We're gonna be doing it on our cheekbones. I'm gonna be doing right here on my chin, my nose, and then I'll just kind of put whatever's left on the brush on my forehead. Okay, so now that we have kind of our contour base all blended out, for the most part, before I get into bronzing, I'm going to do my eyeshadow real quick while I have the palette out. What I've been really liking to do is I like to start out with this color. It's called Ember. It's kind of this just really warm toned brown shade. So I'm going to put that kind of all over my eyelid. Again, we're going for a really warm bronzed eye. Okay, so after we have that on our base, what I like to do following that, I'm gonna go in with this color Stone, which is just kind of like a warm brownish color, and we're gonna bring that into our crease just to give it a little bit of definition, but only on the outer crease. And then we'll blend that. Oh my god, I'm getting so hot. So I'm gonna go back in with Ember, which was that really warm brown, and just brush it back through in case any of it kind of got overshadowed by the little bit of deeper brown. And then for my lid, I'm gonna be going in with this color right here. It's just kind of a beige color and it's called Sand. Put that on my lid. And then I'm also gonna pop this on my brow bone. Now, something I've been really liking to do recently is taking my eyeshadow and connecting it to my nose contour. So that's kind of the eye look. So a lot of times I will just leave it like this, but I want to add a little pop of glitter, so I'm just going in with the INT Cosmetics shade Goddess Gold. It's just a single eyeshadow and it is so gorgeous. So I'm just gonna pop this right onto the center of the eyelid. And I'm just using my finger, but you could use a brush if you want. So we have that. So you can see that. I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. Okay, so we have our eyeshadow now done. I'm gonna come back to the eyes again in a little bit, but I'm gonna start bronzing. So like I said, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced bronzer, and don't be afraid to use this, guys. We're going for a bronzed look today. Bronze up. So once we have all of our bronzer set in on how you like it, next I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush. Don't be scared of blush. Blush can actually be so cute if you get the right shade. So just play around and find your good shade. This one's from Tarte. It's the shade Risque. I really like this one because it's not like too pink, and it's also super buildable to where you can make it super light, where you can build it up. And I always put it on my forehead just a little bit and over my nose just a little bit. And we blend. Always blend. So after you have on your blush, we're gonna go in with highlighter. So this is my favorite highlighting palette ever. It's from Revolution. It's their Vintage Lace Intense Metallic Cream Powder Highlights. And I love these formulas. It looks so pretty on the skin. So my personal favorite is to use this shade right here. It's just kind of like the pink shade. But for today's look, what I've been doing recently is kind of mixing these two. So I take the golder shade and more of the champagne shade and kind of mix them to get a really pretty color. And then after you have your highlight on, I go in with this flat top kind of stippling brush and I just blend it all out so it's sitting on the skin super pretty and not like overly intense. I'm going to jump back over to the eyes. So the last little thing I'm going to do is line my lower lash line and then my waterline. Okay, so now that we have our waterline lined, I'm going to go in with this little angled brush. I'm going to take the black eyeshadow out of this palette again, and I'm going to line where I had the eyelash glue with this brush. And this just kind of sets it all in place to make it look more smooth. And then the last little thing I'm going to do is I want to bring down that warm shade that I put on my lid, Ember, onto my lower lash line along with this shade Smoke. So I'm just going to kind of tap those together and run it with a different angled brush on my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. I just use eyeshadow to fill in my brows, so I'm going to do that really quickly. And then I'm going to go in with this mascara on my bottom lashes. This is just CoverGirl Clump Crusher. And the last little thing we're gonna do is our lips. So I have two different options for you guys. If I'm going in with a gloss, this one is one of my favorites. It's a super pretty, like bronzy, sparkly gloss from Milani. It's their Keep It Full line and it's in the shade Nude Shimmer. So here's the color. I'm obsessed with this lip gloss line. They are so pretty. But if I'm going in with a lipstick, this is one of my favorites. It's from Maybelline and it's the color 920 Nude Bliss from their Color Sensation line. And it's just this really pretty, just like nude color, and it looks literally good with every makeup look. But with the bronze look, it's just super pretty because it settles the rest of the makeup. This is the final makeup. I am obsessed with it. I've been doing it like every single week for summer. I think it's just so pretty and glowy and bronze. So if you guys liked this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps out my channel a lot. Since I am a smaller YouTuber, it really helps get my channel out there on people's recommended pages. And if you're new, definitely subscribe down below. I post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And if you want to go check out my last makeup tutorial, I will put a link to that in the description box as well, and I'll have it up in the cards for you guys. Comment down below any video requests you want to see from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.